Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm reacting to your guys' comments on One Punch Man Season 3, Episode 3. These comments came from a community post that I posted 2 days ago, so I appreciate everyone who has commented. If you did comment and I didn't choose it for today's video, it is because your comment wasn't related or it wasn't detailed enough for me to give an opinion on. But yeah, without further ado, let's begin the video. Feel bad for JC Staff. Alright, so I want to start with this comment first. JC Staff is the one that's animating it, but they aren't the one who decides the budget, and they aren't the one that scheduled how much time gets put into each scene, how much time gets put into each frame. So the real culprit here is Bandy. Bandy's the one that is the production team behind One Punch Man Season 3. Well, is a big part of the production team because they decide the scheduling of how long it takes for an episode to complete. They're the one that decides the budget. And this happened with Season 2 as well. And reports was that Season 2 was rushed and was cut of budget due to Bandy. So same thing probably happened with Season 3, to be honest. They probably cut down scheduling for J Stuff to work on these animations. But I did make it short yesterday, showing off that JC Staff can cook. JC Staff can cook. Just give them the time, give them the budget. I'm gonna put my short right here, but look at this, man. They can cook with action anime. JC Staff is mainly known for, well, not mainly, no, but they do good, they do a lot of romance animes. So I guess it's kind of weird for, One Punch Man Season 2 to get produced by, JC Staff. But I guess since, they were, probably the only studio that was, around who wasn't, busy doing other animations, Bandy probably decided to go with JC, which, at the end of the day, they can cook, but just the time, just the budget, just the scheduling, Bandy was a bit too greedy, and now we get this kind of animation. Which I feel bad for them, because they don't deserve all this hate. Look, they can cook, so yeah. I think it's good looking at the time constraints that they have to work on and the massive budget cut. Personally, for me, I don't mind the animation. If some scenes can feel a bit weird, feel a bit choppy. Garu's walk in episode 1 felt, really weird. The fight scene, there was reused shots, but, it wasn't the end of the world, so I personally found it fine. But, to most of us out there, we've now been influenced by so much, the new animations that, are used in, these new animes. For example, My Hero Academia, the newest season, the final season, they cooked with their animation. Same with JJK and everything. People are just now more used to really, really good animation. So for One Punch Man to come back six years later to have alright animation, but the community is not going to be happy about that. But I do agree with you because the animation could be a lot worse in my opinion. I think it's just fine for the amount of time and the budget that they had. So yeah. One Punch Man's animation feels right for something so rushed. I don't blame the animators. I blame the assholes who rushed said animators. And that's Bandy. That is all Bandy's fault. And I wish JC Staff would stop getting all this hate because they can't cook. I did mention it earlier, but I'd like to just mention it again. This particular shot of Garu they used is absolutely majestic. Also, really liked his VA, the last episode, especially the gasp when he got hit by the bug really adds the weight of the punch. Now, okay, so with the community post, man, this was the best shot in all of Season 2 right now, bro. It looks so pretty. I can't lie, it would be a good wallpaper, a wallpaper where, it moves in the background. JC, the one thing I've noticed with, what they've done really well so far for, animation-wise is, the wind effect. The wind effect with, the characters, maybe not for the, Ripper, the Royal Ripper, because a bit of his chest looked like a female for a bit, but besides that, that's because of the wind's fault. I'm pretty sure they will try to get the wind to go over I think his wearing is an apron. It's going over the wind's going through his apron, right? But it just made him look like a woman. But besides that, that shot was really good. And in terms of the voice actors, job, bro, the voice actors are killing it, okay? And no one has complained about the voice actors, but they're just doing the job and they're doing a good job right now. So yeah. Art looks nice sometimes, but it's very inconsistent. And so I do have to give you that, because the art does look good, for some scenes, especially, the one that, for example, Garu's hair, right? That shot looked majestic, but some scenes, it does look, a bit off, so it isn't that consistent, but that gives us a bit of hope, okay? I'm running on hopium right here, but, if they can do some scenes well, that Garu hair shot look really, really good, I'm hoping that they can do the fight scenes later on. They can cook really well with that. So, some scenes, probably the ones where, it's not that big of a deal, maybe a bit inconsistent, but, if they can, lock in for, those specific like main storytelling scenes, especially the fighting ones. I feel like we should be able to hopefully recover, but at this rate, I don't think we can recover anymore with One Punch Man. But yo, I'm hoping, man. Certainly sad that the fight scene we waited for looked worse than the preview we got over a year ago of the exact same fight. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see the preview from a year ago until after the episode. I went on TikTok and someone was like, bro, the preview scene looked better than the anime scene. And in my opinion, yes, they do, some of it looks a bit better, especially the part where he parries the insect god's attack. When Garou parried the attack, that looked really cool. I don't know why they decided to cut that. I guess the only thing I liked in the anime more than the preview, because it did look like it flowed better. The only thing that I liked more was that instead of the white blade, instead of when the Royal Ripper was attacking Garou when he was doing his 3 backflip handstands, right? They used white, which I felt looked a bit weird. I actually prefer that they used red in the final anime. In the final version of the anime, they used the red attacks. But besides that, I do think it did flow a bit better. So I don't know what happened there. Inconsistent animation, poor pacing, and it's very clearly rushed. While I agree with criticism with the show, how things were handled, it could have been way worse. I feel like there are sprinkles of good animation from time to time, but I wished we got better. Okay, so I could completely, this is legit what I, wish I could just say most of the time without, writing it, okay? Because, I do agree, some animation scenes, they do look good, sometimes they do cook, right? But, it is still pretty inconsistent. And the animation could have definitely been way worse. It could have definitely been way worse. So, I'm just grateful we just got, a third season, and, I'm happy with that. But, animation could have been way worse. It could have been a lot better, though. Don't get me wrong. We all knew it could have been a lot better. I actually thought Mappa was doing this season. Someone comment below what happened in the Mappa situation. I thought Mappa was doing this. Anyways, they cooked with Chainsaw Man, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think all of us wished we got better. But it is what it is. We got a third season, and let's hope they can at least cook later on, because it is still very early to really. It kind of got ruined because of the Garou slide, but it's still really early. They can still cook for the fight scenes. And to be honest, the pacing, in my opinion, I compared the manga in my own time. I was looking at the manga. I feel the pace they're at, it's one chapter or 1.5 chapter per episode. And that just reminds me of One Piece because, man, I remember when I was watching One Piece, very off topic, but they used to animate either one chapter or 1.5 chapter each episode. So yeah, that's why I stopped watching One Piece, because the pacing was so bad. This was for the Wano arc, by the way, for anyone who was wondering what I was talking about. But yeah, I got through 1,000 episodes of One Piece, and then once I get to the Wano arc, I was like, okay, I can't be bothered. It's too much. So yeah, I think they're trying their best. I know there are many mistakes, but the animation, I think, is improving each episode. Okay, so first of all, there was a few grammar mistakes. I had to re-paraphrase that comment just now. But yeah, I do have to agree. It is getting better each episode. Okay, I don't know why I said that, but it's getting better each episode, which is good to see, mainly because the first episode was kind of boring. There wasn't a whole lot of anything. It's just a bunch of talking. Second episode, yeah, there was a bit more action, a bit more fighting. There was also this funny restaurant scene. Third episode, more fighting, and apartment scene was pretty funny. Oh, alright, my lashes died. Oh, I'm getting haunted. Anyways, yes, I do agree. It is getting better each episode. And there was this one specific scene that's gonna happen next episode that I think will probably maybe somehow get people back into One Punch Man. Because I please, you can see it in the preview trailer, right? In the preview from last year, you can see what's gonna happen next episode. I hope they animate that scene really well. If you've seen the preview, you will know what I'm talking about. I stopped watching near the end of the episode. It felt lazy and chore work for the anime at this point. It's disrespect to the manga. No, that I do understand. If you do find it boring and it is really not intriguing to watch, I think you should just click off and just go do something else with your time. Because if I was watching a show and I was okay, this is really bad, I'll go do something else with my time. I can't lie. For the first episode, since there wasn't a whole lot of action, it was just a bunch of talking, right? But we knew what was happening with the monster associations, they're about to clash and everything. So I legit got bored in the first episode, and I didn't finish the episode straight away. I stopped halfway through and I took a nap. So if you feel you're wasting your time watching this anime or the episode, you should just you should just stop and maybe come back some other time, or maybe hopefully when it gets better, Well, I say better like that. Hopefully when it gets better, that's when you're like, okay, cool, let's just come back. Though I am on Hopium right now, so let's hope it gets better. But can he beat Goku though? Alright, okay, I think we're gonna end this video here. Can Saitama beat Goku? You know what? Let me know in the comments. I think yes, but I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. Like, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan, so like, that, it hurts my heart saying that he could probably beat Goku, but like, man, I actually think Saitama, he's just a beast. I mean, I don't know what he's like in the manga. I don't know if he gets weaker, but from what I'm seeing right now, like, Goku, he lost to Cell. He's died multiple times. Saitama hasn't died once, so yeah. Nah, I'm kidding. Goku wins easily. Nah, just joking again. Saitama wins. Alright, I don't know who wins. Probably Saitama. Why not? Let's just go with that. Anyways, that is all for today's video. Thank you all so much for commenting on the post. I'll probably make another one for the 4th episode next week, so I can hear you guys' opinion again, and we'll do this again maybe. And if you do enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe. Love you all, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.